everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I create a DIY wreath. Now, disclaimer, I've never made a wreath before, but I figured how difficult could it be, right? The cool thing about doing a DIY project, of course, as you guys know, you can make it your own. So you don't have to go to the store and choose from what they already have available. Although technically you can go online and probably find close to anything these days. But why not do it yourself? You can do it with your family, with your children, and just kind of make it like a fun little tradition. So a lot of the products that I'm going to work with, I have shown it in a previous video. If you haven't already seen that, please be sure to check it out. I'm going to leave a little card here and also leave a link below in my description box. But a lot of the items, I picked it up from Joann, and one item in particular, I've had it for years, but it's something that you can still get today. So I'm going to create two individual wreaths. I mean, they're going to be the same. They're going to be identical, but I'm doing two of them. So I have these two wreaths that I got from Joann, and as you can see, they are flocked. It's from a brand called Bloom Room Pine Essentials. Now the tag says that it's normally $19.99, but I feel like just about everyone is having sales today. And this is even before, I got these like a week before Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I believe I paid like somewhere around $8 for this. And I got two of them because we have two doors. And I'll be putting my wreaths on my front door. Of course, you can make wreaths for indoor use, for wherever you want. But mine are gonna go on the front door. So some of the decor accent pieces that I'll be using are these beautiful little pine cones, also from Joann. And let me try to keep still so you can see the beauty in the pine cones. The nice thing about this pine cone is that it has this beautiful frosted glittery tip, which I really, really like. I feel like it'll go really nicely with the flocked wreath. And this was normally $3.99, but at the time that I purchased it, I was able to buy one, get two free. So I have a ton of pine cones here at the bottom, and I'll be using this on the wreath. In addition to that, I also purchased these beautiful little bows to put at the top of the wreath. So let me give you like an idea. You know, just kind of putting it here at the top, I figured that'll be really cute. And this is what it looks like. So it has some frosted pine leaves on there. It has a little bell and a little white ornament. So I just thought this will be really cute and a really nice addition to the wreaths. The last thing I'm going to add to the wreath are these cherry picks. I've had these cherry picks for the past few years. I don't remember where I got them. You can find these at like Hobby Lobby. I know I've seen them at Hobby Lobby, but I don't believe I've gotten them from Hobby Lobby. I might have gotten them from the at-home store, actually, now that I think about it. But you can find them pretty much anywhere. They're just regular cherry picks. They come in different colors as well, gold, and it comes with a wire a stem, so you can easily bend it and use it for whatever you like. I have an entire tub of these because I purchased them one year and then I went back and got more the next year. In the past, I've used these for like my Christmas tree. I would stick it in the tree and spread it out. I wanted to share one honorable mention that I won't be using, but I thought these were so cute, are these little beautiful little bell picks that I also got from Joann. And as you can see, they also have like a frosted glittery tip, and of course the little bells. Now I'm not going to use it on my wreath because I feel like it'll get a little lost in there. But what I will use it on is my garland. My garland over my fireplace is not flocked, so I feel like it'll stick out a little bit more. But I thought these were really cute. So I wanted to share just in case anyone wants to pick it up and put it in their wreath. These were from Joann as well, $2.99, but I was able to buy one, get two free. So that's it. I'm really just using 1, 2, 3 items to decorate the wreath. So let's get started. All right, I had to move to a different location so you guys can get a good view of the wreath. I know you can't see me all that well, but the goal is to show you how to put together a wreath. So I'm going to start by, of course, cutting the tag. We are going to get started by adding some of the pine cone picks on here. I'm going to start off by putting it on here and spreading it out. I don't want to put it too close. I also don't want to put it too far apart. So I'm going to first start by finding my hook. And like any other flocked item, whether it's a Christmas tree, a wreath, a garland, the white flakes are getting everywhere. All right, so here, I'm going to use the little hook that I showed you earlier where you're going to hook it onto your door. I'm going to use that as my, kind of like my starting point, if you will. So we're going to go ahead and stick this in here. And when you stick it in, the cool thing about this is it comes right through the back. Like, do you see the stick right there? So I can simply take the stick side and curl it around the top of the wreath. So that's one idea. If your wreath was thick enough, you can probably also just stick it in there and it won't fall out. But because I don't want this to fall out at all, I'm gonna wrap it around the wire that the wreath comes with. So here's the pick stick, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. As you can see, I'm having a hard time wrapping it around. But I think I'm good now. There we go. And this is what it looks like from the front. Let me get another one, and I'm trying to cut the little tags off as I go because we don't want the tags sticking out on the wreath. All right, so I'm gonna put this one on the opposite end. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. I'm gonna stick it right through. There's the end of the pick, and we're just gonna take that and wrap it. And what I'm wrapping it around is like this. Can you see the wire on the wreath? I'm wrapping my pick stick around it. So I kind of have to, it's not hard, but it's not easy. The wire is not as thin as the wire on my cherry picks. It's a little thicker, which I like, but it just makes it a little more difficult to wrap it around. If you have some pliers, then you can use the pliers to help bend it. But it's on there pretty securely. This one is not as secure as that one, but I highly doubt it's gonna fall out because I have it on there hooked. All right, so let's keep going. I'm gonna make this one, tighten this one up a little bit because this one is sticking out. You see how these two are like in there securely, and this one is like just a wiggling and a jiggling. So I'm gonna try to fix it. All right, there we go. Let's keep going. So far I have 5 of the pine cone picks in here, and I'm just gonna put one more right there. All right, and there we have it. Can you guys see that? I'm gonna turn it around so you can see the hook. This is where we're gonna hook our wreath. And then that's what she looks like. Can you guys see that? Let me back it up a little bit. And if you can tell, the flocked stuff is like all over this counter. I'm so glad that I decided to come and do it here in the kitchen. All right, so now that we have our pine cones in there, now we're gonna add the cherry picks. So let me add this in here. And again, like I said before, the cool thing about making a wreath is you can make it whatever you want it to be. And as far as like the red picks, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did with the pine cones. So can you guys see the stick? I'm just gonna take it and wrap it around the wire of the wreath. And there we go. The plan is to have the cherry picks just kind of poke out, you know? I won't bury them like how I did with the pine cones. I want them to kind of almost be like the supporting cast, if you will, of the show. Not quite the star, but the supporting cast. Yeah, this is looking really nice already. And right now, I'm just putting the cherry picks next to each of the pine cones, and then from there, I will go back in and add some more. is what we're looking like so far. Now these are a lot easier to put into the wreath because, as I mentioned, the wire is a lot thinner than the wire that was on the pine cones. So wrapping it around the wreath is a breeze. What I'm doing now is I'm spreading out the cherry picks. Again, because it is pretty thin, the wire is pretty easy to manipulate it. So you can leave it as is, or you can make it look a little bit more full, which is what I'm going for right now before I add more. So here is the wreath currently. And right now I'm just taking a look around to see where I may want to incorporate more cherry picks, but I'm thinking it looks fine as is. Let me adjust you a little bit so you can see it better. Can you see? All right. Now I'm gonna grab my bow and add it on there to kind of do like one final look before I say job complete. Now the bow also comes with a wire. Can you guys see that? And this one is even thinner than the cherry picks wire, which is great. So I'm gonna stick this right in the center, the top center. So this is what we're looking like so far. So here is the final look. And I think I like how it looks as is. I'm gonna do the second wreath, and once I'm done with that one, then we'll see if we want to add any more picks. So once again, this is the final product. Flocked trees, wreaths, garland, anything that's flocked, they're so beautiful to look at, but boy are they messy. Oh my gosh, I got the flakes, the snowflakes all over my clothes, all over the kitchen. But here is the end result of our DIY wreath. So here is the end result. I think it came out really nicely. So I'm gonna back it up. Now, if you're someone who likes a little bit more bang for your wreath, then you can add some ornaments, you can add some more cherry picks, you can add some more decor all together. But I think this looks really nice. It's not, I wouldn't really describe this as minimal, because even though there's not a lot going on, there's still a lot going on, if that makes sense. So you have your pine cones, you have your cherry picks, you have your messy flock, you have your bow. I think it came out pretty nicely for my first DIY. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Hopefully you can see how easy it is to do a wreath, and you can do one on your own. Just pick up some cherry picks with the wire. The wire is so easy, for the most part, to bend, and just wrap it around the wire on your wreath, and there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.